Montana's coal industry is big business, but it's seeing a shift as renewable energy resources gain some popularity. Rob Chaney wrote a series about changes in the coal industry for the Montana Free Press. Thanks so much for joining me, Rob.
Happy to be here.
How is renewable energy impacting Montana's coal industry?
So Montana's been mining and burning coal for about a century, especially around the area around Colstrip in southeast Montana. But coal is the biggest contributor of greenhouse gases. It is also becoming one of the most expensive fuels to burn for electricity in comparison with methane gas or with solar and wind and hydro renewable energy sources. So it's just losing customers all over the place. Um, as the utilities and major energy burners move to other things. And that's putting a real stress on the ability to keep operating coal mines, particularly in southeastern Montana.
Okay. And then what is at stake for Montana's Indian tribes amid this energy transition?
So the Powder River Coal Basin, which is the biggest single coal basin in the United States, it's got about 40% of the recoverable coal in one unit. Is mostly in Montana, and it is mostly in that area around Colstrip and the Northern Cheyenne Indian Reservation and the Crow Indian Reservation. Um, there is a hundreds of billions of dollars wrapped up in the Inflation Reduction Act, the Infrastructure and Jobs Act, and some other federal programs that are all aimed at a combination of improving infrastructure and community public services and developing renewable energy. And the Biden administration's Justice 40 policy has specifically targeted disadvantaged areas that usually don't get this kind of help. And Indian reservations are one of the top things on that list. So when you've got a combination of a faltering coal economy and two major Indian reservations in Montana stacked on top of each other, and all of this federal money looking for a place to land, that makes it the opportunities for putting everything from rooftop solar on individual houses to massive solar and wind farms, possibly nuclear energy programs, all kinds of opportunities that have a great deal of federal support backing them, aimed right at the Crow and Northern Cheyenne Indian reservations in particular, which happen to be just right next to Colstrip.
Okay. And then what kind of federal legislation do you see impacting coal mining in the future?
Things are coming from a couple of different directions, not just federal, but state. So just a little while ago, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in favor of a set of regulations that the Biden administration had imposed on coal burning power plants that required them to significantly upgrade their pollution control. So that is going to have to now take place at Colstrip, or Colstrip's going to have to figure out something else to do with power generation, and that may mean giving up coal. At the same time, the states of California, Oregon, and Washington have all ordered their local utilities to go to greener energy portfolios. And when they do that, that means they have to drop their contracts for coal fired energy, and those are going to be disappearing in 2025 and 26. It just is further putting pressure on the old traditional coal model at the same time that all these renewable energy sources are coming online.
All right. Thanks so much for joining me, Rob. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.